Good so today is May 10th, 2020. I'm Professor Julio Rezende. I'm starting my presentation about how would be operating a main station on Mars. This is the mission 72 organized by Space Analog Station at Marte. And thanks for your attention during this moment. Okay, we suppose that the main station will be like the possibly the first infrastructure built on Mars. Then from this, we'll be starting other facilities on Mars. Okay, then we consider very important this infrastructure to give support, to present support to other facilities. In this presentation, we have different topics to be shared. First of all, I'd like to show the idea of our infrastructure, as you can see here, presenting different sites. Okay. And then I will be talking about the main station. The main station is supposed to be here. Okay. And now I will be showing some ideas about the first topic related to internal design. We received a collaboration from an architecture student from Brazil called Mariana Guerra. And she proposed not only one model and not a circular model, but a hexagonal model. In this case, not only one, but three hexagonal models integrated. In this case, she nominated the three models by alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay, and then these three models is supposed to be operating together. In this case, the alpha model, the first model, is supposed to be a silent sector for resting. Second model, the beta model, is supposed to be for leisure and also social use. Okay, the beta model. And the third model is the gamma model, and then this is supposed to be the scientific sector and also to be used to work purpose. In this case, the configuration, some features about each specific facility. In the alpha model, we present the bedrooms and also the study room and the restrooms in this area. In the beta model, we present the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room. Also something like a spa in this area. The third model is the gamma model. And in this case, we present some resources related to training, control, and research room. Now we'll be talking a little more about each specific model. In this case, the alpha model, we supposed to, it's a place that we all astronauts would become together to sleep. And in this facility, we have something like a place, like a hotspot where it's supposed to be happening the meeting. All members will be joining together. Okay, and then in this case, we are imagining the station operating to give support to a crew from 24 to 26 astronauts. In this case, it's supposed to be 13 bunks, okay? And also areas to 26 luggage storage, also the bathrooms. We are considering that each specific facility in the station is presenting plants, okay? And the plants aboard are important to evaluate the air quality, also brings nature to space habitats. This would be important to bring some psychological well-being, also decrease the stress, also collaborate with more health to the astronauts. Also is the presence of vertical gardens in each facility is important to uh, promote the possibility of vegetables productions bring practicities and easiness to prepare fresh meal in the concept pick and eat. Uh, in this case, we present in our in the main station the kitchen, okay, the kitchen and also dining room. Then the chef, the cooker, would be taking some fresh food in this garden to be used in the to prepare some meals. Okay. Also, the plants are important to help in some moments of meditation. Okay. Then some reasons related to the importance to have the plants aboard and the importance to have the like a vertical garden. Okay. Uh, okay, let's go. And then the dormitory, we imagine the dormitory will be something considered small. Okay, as you can see here in this photo. Also only to necessity to sleep and resting. And you can see this kind of configuration in many concepts of space habitats dormitory design. Also, you can see here in this photo two situations: astronaut reading a real book with some pages. Also, the astronaut using like a tablet to uh, read some content, and then you need to decide what would be the best way to deliver content to the astronaut. And then we believe that the digital platforms will be more feasible because in tablets or computers we can have access to books, but not only books, but also music and also movies. Okay, and then in this case, it's supposed to the station present a lot of digital content, a lot of gigabytes or terabytes of information that will be carried from Earth to Mars because of the distance from Mars to Earth. Uh, and a communication, single communication, would be spending 10 or 50 minutes, depending the distance from Earth to Mars. Okay, then the common internet that we have on Earth not will be possible to be used on Mars in terms of communications between Mars and Earth to Earth. Then we supposed to be happening on Mars uh, uh, internet only based on Mars delivering this content. Okay, the second model, the beta model, is in this area we present kitchen, the dining room, also the living space and gym. And then this is like we visit in the Kitely platform. Some friend of us, the Michael Lowry, he created in the Kitely is a platform based on something like Second Life platform, and he designed this how would be this living room, okay, like a swimming pool and also some instruments to play. And then it would be interesting in this facility to present some characteristics like this. Also in the kitchen, would be important we have the easy access to greens, to some fresh food. Also, you can see here in the right side the technology called Molly. It's a company, it's a startup, Molly Robotics. He built it like a robot with these arms. And then you can see in the left side here like a screen someone explaining the preparation of a meal. And then these robots would be presenting like cameras to read the labels and understand the content of some specific ingredients to prepare a food. And then this kind of robots would be very useful to present support to the meals preparations on Mars. Also the dining room. Also in this area, we present the area of the to gym and physical exercise. Also some photos from International Space Station here. And the third model is the gamma model. In this gamma model, we have the control center. Also, you can see here in the left right side evolution of a control center about of the Apollo missions, shuttle mission, and also more recently the Dragon capsule. Okay, Dragon capsule, we have some big computer screens with multitasking software. And then we are supposed that for the to control the station on Mars will be something like a platform, digital platform like this, like some software that will be splitting the use of different resources. Okay, also other concepts of the control center. Also in the control center will be very important to control the some data from greenhouse by station about the health of the astronauts and also sanitation. Then this more detailed slide here will be possible that main station they will be controlling the levels of water, the levels of food, the temperature, humidity. Also, they will be looking the stereo, like evaluating external conditions like the how is the weather outside, the temperature, the lightning, the wind, the dust storm. Also, this is very important to imagine the operation of extravehicular activities and how is the levels of oxygen and energy of the spacesuits of the astronauts. And then the main station will be controlling a lot of aspects, mainly in the moments that when the astronauts, part of the astronauts will be doing the extravehicular activities. Okay, then also the main station, the commander, will be contacting the greenhouse. In the greenhouse, it's important to have information about the air, the water, the temperature, the energy demands, also the soil conditions, the operation of aquaponics, also the inner radiation, how is the development of the plants. If we imagine that in the main stations, if we have the kitchen, we need to know from the greenhouse what the plants will be available for each day to prepare some meal. Okay, okay. The health, the main station will be talking with the health center to know about the temperature, the mental conditions, the heart rate, the glucoses, also the level of physical activity of each member and other topics too. Also the power station, how much energy had been generated by the power station. Also the sanitation, how much how much of water was recycled and how is the process to recycle the air and other topics too, very important topics. This is an image of the research room. Okay, and now I'm going to all of this is based and related to the internal design of our infrastructure. And now I'm going to the second part, is the applied technologies, and then we can see here the possibility, the necessity to have different technologies like in the kitchen oven, fridge, The entertainment area, the virtual reality headsets, also a spa, hydro massage, disco lighting. In the control center, communication technology, antennas, and possible resources to generate heat or transported from Earth. We consider that almost everything will be transported from Earth, okay? Also, part of the food will be produced in the greenhouse. Okay. The third topics, the management. Related to the management, we mentioned 4 persons in this facility: the commander, the executive chief, the chef, and the general assistant. In this case of the commander, it will be someone with a multidisciplinary background, someone from management or industrial engineering, with high capacity of leadership, intercultural competency, high personal resilience. And some duties are to control the extravehicular activities, propose routines and operational protocols, provide guidance to avoid risks, conduct educational activities, preparation for EVAs, also coordinate daily communication routines with NASA, ESA, and ISRO, and other space agents, and also the communication with the facilities of our station. Sometimes specific communication to the crew, and also some specific individuals, and then a lot of communication will be supposed to be coordinated by the main station and by the commander. Also, the executive chief will be someone from supposed to be an engineer, information technology specialist, or a psychologist. And some duties are monitor all operations, keep all facilities running, monitor routine maintenance, organize specific operations, coordinate training, or in other topics. The chef is supposed to be a cooker, a cuisine chef, a nutritionist or a gastronomer. And then you can see here a photo from Neo from the movie The Matrix. And then and Neo is feeling very boring. He's considered very boring the situation of all days have the same meal like the oat milk, and then he's complaining about, okay, the situation. And then this image is just to mention that on Mars the cooker will be someone very important because he needs to prepare a very interesting meal to the crew to avoid the fatigue, fatigue in terms of food consumption. Also, we have 2 photos here in the bottom of this slide. Like one of the first photos showing the pre-prepared meal transported from Earth. Okay, this is currently some food used by the astronauts aboard of International Space Station. Some this package presents something like a small hole that we is inserted water inside, hot water, and then this hot water sometimes depends of kind of food, hydrate the food, and then the food restores most part of the characteristics from Earth. Okay, some food consumed on Earth, but you need to balance on Mars because you don't have very frequently cargo missions to there. We need to balance with some food produced on Mars. And then also these are photos from Habitat Marte greenhouse showing the lettuce, also pepper and basil, okay? And then you need to balance the food transported from Earth and the food produced on Mars in situ, okay? And in this case, the chef, he will be a person that is responsible to define menus, the meals, the food logistics, perform food preparation, waste disposal, cleaning, organization, also assess the team's nutritional requirements, plan the availability of food, and also define the feeding shift, because the size of the dining room is not big, and sometimes it will be 10 members or during each time. Okay. Okay, and then the last member or the last astronaut in this infrastructure is supposed to be the assistant. We imagine that this will be an engineer, an information technology, a psychologist, or an artist. And some duties is emphasize the team's well-being, food management, support the chef, coordinate the organization of dormitory, coordinate the gym, and also manage laboratory tools to develop some studies and also apply some psychological surveys. We imagine the training program, that some topics of training program is new skills based in situations identified on Mars, also systems operation, new technologies, positions and tests of each astronauts and simulations. Here we look on YouTube some interesting videos that supposed to be interesting to be watching. In this case, we have the also about the teamwork and also mental health, also some music. Here I mentioned the also Baroque music, but would be interesting the on Mars a great variety of styles of music to be consumed there. Also occupational safety and health, and also something related to psychological resilience. Also, we consider the food for astronauts 1 kilo by day, also 2.0 liters by day to the astronauts to prepare the food and also consumption, and also more 2 liters by day to the bath. Okay. We also, the main station is providing guidelines to other facilities like the daily routines, also the schedule activities, health occupation, also environment and safety guidelines, also how to maintain plants in specific space habitats, also provide harmony and collaboration, also how to make the astronauts more comfortable, also simulate cooperation or stimulate cooperation, innovation, creativity, and co-creation. Also emphasize the team's well-being and stimulate self-sustainability. Okay, self-sustainability is related to each one observing self-organization, self-maintenance, self-fixation, and also letting others related to some possible problematic situation. Now, one of the last parts of my presentation is related to the protocols. We can imagine some specific protocols to operate in this facility, like protocols for harmony and good relationship and collaboration. Also protocols to deal with stress and relationship, protocols to organize the room, protocols for plant maintenance, protocols for food production, and also infrastructure maintenance protocols. Also, I imagine some protocols of safety and health related to hygiene protocols, wearables data collection protocols. In this case, supposed to be using something like an Apple Watch to identify the heart rate, calorie consumption, physical activity levels of each astronaut. Also, health data collection from saliva, blood, feces, and urine. Also, protocols to deal with psychological balance and emergencies, and also protocols and simulations to deal with accidents. Also, we can imagine some protocols for occupancy and entertainment, like parties, celebration days, like Dia de los Muertos in Mexico, or Carnival in Brazil, also Halloween, United States, Christmas, New Year, other dates from different dates from India and China and other places. Now, sometimes, like we are celebrating the the Chinese New Year, something like this, and then we need to consider the important dates depending of the origin from the countries of the members, okay? And then if we have the members from Turkey, is, we imagine that in Turkey presents some specific holidays, and then this would be supposed to be celebrated on Mars, depends of the members of each country, okay? Also, the spa day is something relaxing day to the astronauts. Also, we're supposed to be using the board games, also the yoga and physical exercise, mindfulness protocol. Also, the suggestion of reading and content, okay, based in terabytes of music, movies, and books. Also, you can imagine a protocol for food micro production in the vertical garden. And some protocols to food production is like protocol for cultivation, protocol for maintenance and detection of adjustments, also food collection protocol, protocol for rotation, versatile for irrigation, male-female power pollinations, and plant cycles, plant lifespan. Also, imagine the main station, possibly this is this two photos is showing a printer using clay to print ceramics. Okay, in this right side above here is like a ball produced on a 3D printer. Okay, and then this is supposed to be using the 3D printers to print some utensils used aboard of the main station. Also, we supposed to be using a protocol for 3D printing. In this case, some materials, some products should be 3D printed. In this case, we'll be supposed to be using the 3D printer to print some utensils like plates and mugs. In this case, we need to have the CAD projects to print a lot of different things. Also, we are considering like a product degradation and recycling protocol. In this case, we are the discarded items are ground down to particles. The ground plastic are further refined to small particles in a blender. After this, these small particles are melted and extruded into a plastic filament for 3D printing. And then we have in the plastic filament, we would be useful to do the additive manufacturing process, okay, with recycled filament. And then the last part of my presentation is related to spin-offs. Okay, the spin-offs, some possible technologies imagined to be operating on Mars that is supposed to be useful to the operation of our daily lives on Earth. Okay, in terms of the some situations that will be happening on Mars, you can see that some technologies for water saving, energy saving, and recycling. Some part of our discussion related to these three topics would be very useful to our daily life on Earth. Okay. Also, some guidelines to be applied to our daily lives on Earth is related to health, environmental and safety guidelines, also mental well-being, health occupancy, also daily routines and guidelines, also recycling mindset. Also, in the beginning of the pandemics, 1 year ago, I and Davi, and we saw a lot of presentations of astronauts like Scott Kelly mentioning how is to live on isolation. And this is interesting because the astronauts had shared some presentations commenting how to live in isolation, and then how humans will be apply this in daily lives in the situation of the social isolation during the pandemic. And my last consideration is about some impacts of sustainable development goals. We can see the operation of this infrastructure presenting impacts related to health and well-being. This is related to goal 3, good health. Also, training of astronauts is related to goal 4, quality education. Also, it's important to have a balance between women and men prisons. Like in our mission 72, we have more women than men in this mission. Okay, and this is related to goal 5, the gender equality. Also, our discussion is related to water saving, the goal 6. Also, with the energy efficiency, the goal 7. Also, waste recycling, goal 15, and all the topics. Okay. And then this is was part that I'd like to share related to the main station. And then this is my contact in Twitter and Instagram and my email, okay? And thanks so much for your attention.